Are you ready, Douglas?
DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. The DNA can be found in almost every single cell in our bodies. It's literally the instructor that commands what eye color you have, to how tall you'd be, to how short you'd be, to your hair texture, to even if you're born with your eyebrows being perfectly on fleek or not. We have over 3,200 million different nucleotides. These are these base pairs in the middle. It's the different combination of these base pairs that make the major and minor differences that we see in each other. Like our fingerprints, no two DNAs are the same. But what about identical twins? Don't they have the same DNA? Indeed, if we go to identical twins, actually have the exact same DNA. But there's been cases where identical twins have grown up in two different environments and grown up to look completely different from each other inside and out. But why is this the case? This is due to the environmental effects on what we call the epigenetics or epigenome. The epigenome is basically a system above the DNA that tells the DNA how to express itself. The DNA stays the same, it's fixed during our lifetimes. But the epigenome changes according to what we do, how we eat, what we often eat, and the environments that we expose ourselves to. But one thing that interested me the most is that our mental and emotional state can actually imprint on our DNA. And we can actually pass these imprints on to our offspring. There's been studies done by geneticists and neuroscientists in this field. They found that they had mice, and it made these mice become afraid of a smell called acetophenone. Every time they put the smell of acetophenone, they shock the mice, and the mice become really anxious to the smell. And after a while, it just became really anxious to it. They had progeny, the mice had progeny, and they put the smell of the acetophenone in the vicinity of the progeny. They showed the same fight or flight response without the nurture of their parents. And this is pretty strange, and that only in one generation you could find fear in its progeny. But the same way we can add these epigenetic tags can be made is the same way that we can change them as well. With new research and information technology like 23andMe, we can now test and see our DNA and have it for ourselves so we can be able to maneuver and adapt to the things that may cause us harm. And this is a beautiful thing. So remember, if you're stressed, stay calm. Your epigenetics may be counting on it. Thank you.